And we're off.
Great. So, having seen 4 of my early childhood favourites, we're going to see 4 of yours.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now,
so
first, go on.
Well, I was just going to say I found it quite difficult because the things that I remembered the most were the kind of stuff that I was watching a little bit older. I was a little bit later than the kind of the little vignette cartoons that we were looking at with Button Moon and You and Me. Well, the puppetry phase. So, yeah, we're coming up with loads of stuff that was like 20 minutes long, but we've managed to find some corkers with a little bit of help from Ryan, and all of these I was a big fan of. What were you going to say?
I was going to say Stop It and Tidy Up. I just know of it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
My mum went in for an operation in about 1990, and I don't even know what it was for. You don't at that age, do you, when you're younger? And she came out, and she had to stay in her bed, and she said, I can't laugh. Like, do not make... And I was only about 7.
Right.
She said, do not make me laugh. I said, oh, okay. And then I was laughing, and she was laughing. And she was going, oh. And then I said, I'll stop. And then on the telly, it was a camp. It was on Anglia News, and Stop It and Tidy Up were doing like a campaign to tidy up Britain or something.
Yeah.
It was just these like live action versions of them.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
I know. And she was in hysterics. She still talks about it now.
Really?
Yeah, that's all I know of Stop It and Tidy Up.
Wow,
is that moment.
That's lovely. My relationship
almost killed
with
my mother.
Yeah, with lols. I have a very normal relationship with Stop It and Tidy Up in the sense that I watched it on TV when I was a child, and I just remember the theme tune very, very specifically. And I'm excited to watch. So for context, well, actually, it will explain itself. But the big bad I Said No, which is each episode is a different one of the little people that you get introduced to, who either are, and it's quite sweet. But we'll meet the cast of characters as part of the opening credits or opening theme tune.
It's all news to me, this. But by all means, press play.
It'll be easier if the cartoon explains itself.
Stop It and Tidy Up.
Is that Wogan?
Yeah. That's partly why I loved it so much.
Sounds like that group Stomp that used to always be on Blue Peter.
Yeah.
And here's all their friends.
Here we go.
Comb your hair, wash your face, and hurry up. Go and
Can you possibly turn it down?
Yeah.
And poor little, calm down. A nasty little, not now. The 2 B's, behave and be quiet. Sleepy-o, go to bed.
This it?
Don't do that. Take care.
Is it coming back?
Eat your greens.
Not at all.
Okay.
I know of it. I can't. Yeah, if you said draw it, I could draw it.
Right.
I don't remember it
That's
being
impressive.
this weird.
Yeah, it's really...
I said no.
It's one of those things that when you go back to it, you realise how weird and psychedelic it was.
Bad. I said no.
And lazy. Look at that.
Hi.
It was a very special day in
Come
the
on.
land of do as you're told. It was the day of the great gherkin feast, and Tidy Up and all his friends were
the
gathering up
gherkins.
all the tastiest gherkins. They were all excited.
That look absolutely nothing like gherkins. They look like Tidy Up.
And
Oh, I
everyone
really like Clean Your Teeth. Whenever I see people with turkey teeth, I think of Clean Your Teeth.
But he was finding it quite difficult to carry all those heavy gherkins.
I remember
Go
this
and Play
episode.
was helping as well. Comb your hair.
You remember the episode?
Yeah.
Boss, our old friend Stoppit. He was excited about the great gherkin feast too. Look at all those
This looks like it's from the 70s.
Yeah.
Eat your
I
greens.
wonder if it is. And I wonder how many episodes there are. A bit like Post and Pat.
That's exactly what I was
Those-
going to say, because I
those
remember
13.
this so vividly.
I mean, how many of these would Wogan be available to do back in his prime? I bet
True.
he only did about 8.
Everybody was
Yeah.
Looking forward to it, especially Tidy Up.
I just really like that Tidy Up just goes,
Favorite day of the year.
oh, and that.
Then, from over the hill,
Uh-oh, here he comes.
the big bad.
It's a bit Terry Gilliam, actually, isn't it?
That is it.
Yeah.
It's racking my brains.
The gherkins.
A little bit like Flanimals, you know, the Ricky Gervais
yeah.
thing.
Oh, there they are, hiding from I Said No. I'm not surprised.
It's pretty scary.
I said no, lumbered over to the pile of gherkins. It didn't look as though Tidyup and his friends would be able to have their gherkin feast after all. I said no and put all the gherkins into a big sack. Oh, and dragged them
I was
off,
quite
followed
scared
by
of
his
the big bad. I said no.
I can imagine, yeah.
Ooh,
Not because it's scary, but because you're scared of everything.
very
Yes, that's right. I'm
And
scared
that
of Tidy Up as well.
That is vaguely threatening.
Yeah.
So I can imagine you being scared.
It's very clear from the context clues in the episode that this is not like the other characters. This is the scary one. Because he lives in brambles and stinging nettles.
He was going to have a gherkin feast,
Dinsdale!
all of his own. It was
Having a
sometime
furious moment with himself.
Tidyup crept up to I Said No's tree trunk and peered cautiously inside. He saw the pile of gherkins in a dark corner. At least I said no.
The gherkin in the striped pyjamas.
Yeah.
Stoppit thought it was great fun, but Tidyup was a bit frightened as he crept slowly up to the gherkin pile. He wondered where I Said No had gone. There he is. Tidyup fell back into the gherkins, and they began to tumble down, right on top of I Said No.
I'm genuinely loving this.
I wonder how many people animated this.
They were trapped.
About half a person?
Serve 'em right.
Probably not a full one.
So, while I Said No, who was stuck in the gherkins, Stoppit and Tidyup grabbed as many as they could carry, ran all the way back home as fast as they could go. Which meant they could all enjoy their gherkin feast after all. Stoppit and Tidyup had
I can't remember what the two-faced one is, but that's pretty scary.
It was only the best gherkin feast they'd ever had.
This is a really weird experience for me. I must never have watched this. Terry Brains, Charlie Mills, Rob Copeland, isn't he from the Police? The band. John
Yes.
Howson. Howson is now
How soon is it?
the Tidy Britain group.
Wow.
I knew there was something like 87.
Wasn't that also where the Wombles came from? A kind of a campaign to clean up litter.
I don't know what came first.
Right.
I don't know whether the program came first and they said, "Oh, we should use these," or
Yeah.
whether it was a spin-off. And I don't know if the band came first. You know, the
Yeah.
our mutual friend loves that band, doesn't she?
Yeah.
The Wombles, Mike Batt. And
yeah.
I don't know whether they were a pop group first, and then they made a TV program of it
Yeah.
just before my time. What I do know is that the Wombles theme tune is one of the best. That is so gorgeous. It sounds like a badly drawn boys song, like that sort
Yeah.
of raspy brass, with a sort of Salvation Army feel to it.
We should just sit and listen to it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
It's great.
it's brassed off by Danny Boyle, but for kids
Yeah.
and adults alike.
What I was wondering when this was on was when it was on, and my memory is that 2:00 that we were mentioning in the previous
Yeah.
thing, that it was on in the afternoon before children's TV starts.
Oh, yeah,
BBC
of
One and
course.
ITV would have their afternoon at like 3:30, 4
Yeah.
of kids stuff, but there were little windows in the day where if you were off school, you knew those windows.
Yeah.
First one was obviously Channel 4 for schools, things that used to be on from like 9:00 till
Yeah.
lunchtime. But 10:30 on BBC One, you'd have Playdays or something.
Yeah.
12:00 on ITV, you'd have Rainbow or Riddlers or All Sorts or
Yeah.
something along those lines, Rosie and Jim.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to sweat it out. And then at 2:00-ish on BBC Two, there was a little window where they might have something like Postman Pat
Yeah.
or Stop It and Tidy Up.
It's
or
a lead into the proper children's television programs that come on for when the kids come home from school. So this is preschool.
it is definitely preschool, yeah, really kind of teaching you sort of basic things.
Yeah, like don't steal all the gherkins. The big bad. I said no. Share
It's
the
weird to think
gherkins.
that what we just watched is 2 years shy of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
It looked about 30 years shy of it.
Well, I mean, The Simpsons did look very different to how we know it today. When it first came out, the animation was much simpler, wasn't it?
I guess. So there's just something about that had like a 70s Almost like
everything
it
looks
was,
like a
it was
lava lamp.
Russian. Yeah, it was like it was Russian, and they
Yeah.
got Terry Wogan to do
Maybe
an
that's what
English
happened.
voiceover. Queensgate Productions.
Lovely.
Anyway, that's Stop It Tidy Up.
Did you like
I bet
it?
someone saw that. I wasn't mad on it. I've got to say, I reckon somebody looked at that once in the TV guide and said, "Oh, look, Stop It and Tidy Up."
Almost definitely. Right, next up, we're moving on. This is something that I really loved, and I think you did as well. This is Greenclaws.
Yeah, well, funnily enough, this was on in that window, wasn't it? This was 2:00.
This
BBC
was
2
like
in the afternoon.
teaching kids about gardening and, to an extent, conservation. But it was more just like...
Yeah, and there's an owl. What can you remember before it starts?
The owl. I forgot. I just remember really ornately painted seeds that would be like the size of a small egg.
Yeah, and put in a
and they would
pot.
plant them.
And she wouldn't plant them properly.
No, they'd be sticking out.
Sort of left on top or whatever, yeah. And the owl, you had to ask it a question.
Yeah.
And it'd go, doo, 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 doo.
Yes.
Or something like that.
That rings
There was always a
bells.
woman. I think they changed the woman a couple of times. So I remember her standing in Cowpat in an episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember having like a big gardening person's coat, like a big green coat or something.
And the world that they're in is just great, isn't it? I remember loving this.
Yeah,
but it's
absolutely.
one of the things you never talked about.
No.
You'd never say at school, I love Greenclaws.
Yeah.
It was a bit embarrassing to like it. But yeah, like it I did.
Yeah.
And I love that greenhouse they're in. Well, we'll see it
Exactly.
in a second.
Yes, we will see it in a second. It's
an inviting
beautiful
world.
There's a film called Practical Magic where they have a very impressive greenhouse. And I feel like this was the childhood precursor to Practical Magic's greenhouse, which is just a really great bit of production design, I got to tell you. So here we go. I don't remember the theme tune, so I'm excited to be reminded.
Greenclaws glows those amazing plants. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I actually don't know if it's on here, but we'll have to find out. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's quite just 80s pop, isn't it?
Amazing plants. Oh, crazy plants.
Because he's quite a grotesque figure, isn't he?
He is.
His eyes don't move.
Can you turn the volume down on it?
Yeah.
Fabulous, fantastic, famous plants are good watering. The sun is shining, so it's extra hot in my greenhouse, so the plants get all thirsty and dried up.
Who does he sound like?
Lollies, it's hot. Hello.
Hello, Iris.
Don't know. This is the woman I remember.
Yeah, me too.
Why have you got that sieve on your head, Claus?
I've lost my sun hat. I can't
Imagine being
find it
mates with
anywhere.
him.
Yeah, just got to go and visit.
Just going to go and visit that thing that's got his own greenhouse.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting
The
wood.
His
northerner.
hair is kind of everywhere.
Oh, it's
like
two
moss.
woolly tubes. Let
What's
me
this
guess.
supposed to be?
They're
I've got absolutely no
cricket
idea.
No.
bats. Winter coats for snakes.
No, they're leg warmers for you.
Never,
Try them on.
ever
I really need
noticed
warm
he had long
legs
hair
on
at the
this.
back.
Yeah, like a...
How did I never pick up on that?
Coolers.
Well, mostly you'd see him at the front.
Then we'll invent some. Look, put
Normal
some of that ice
shoes.
cream
Look,
into
there's a
my
bloke in
welly.
jeans under there.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think they might be
Fine,
wellies.
icebergs. It's going to be more like a foot freezer.
Oh,
How does it feel?
oh, it's
What is
delicious.
going on?
Oh, squelch. Oh, but it's bringing my tail out in goosebumps.
Well, there's the answer then.
Wow.
Tail warmer. Oh, me mum.
There you go, on full display.
Oh, yes, and I can use the other one as a spare in case I get a puncture.
Yes. Oh, you haven't opened your post, Claus.
There's the
Aren't you
owl.
going to read your letter?
Oh, yeah.
And I've lost my glasses as well as my sun hat.
He's going to say he had little round glasses, like John Lennon style.
It looks
Cool.
like a royal letter.
Goodness, read it out, Iris. Read it at once.
Oh, it is a royal letter. It's from a princess. Dear Mr. Greenclaws, I have lost my best golden crown in the royal woods. Please, will you grow a crown plant and send me a
Brilliant.
new crown?
What a premise.
Before my mother and father, the king and queen, find out. I'm not allowed to go out to play in my best crown. Love, Princess Gadabout, age 5 3/4 years.
Iris, you choose a seed.
Well-
I'm going to put on a tie to show that this is a royal planting.
Oh, right. Oh, now which colour shall I
Yes,
choose?
come on, the seed box.
A golden one for a golden crown. Let's hope. Right.
Ah.
Now,
Do it
put the
properly.
seed in the pot carefully. Cover it over
Oh,
No, she did cover it up.
and water it.
What a to-do.
Water it with nothing.
Iris, for a royal planting.
Well, I haven't got one.
Did they put it in a special tree or
This flower
something?
pot for size.
I think the owl plays a key part.
Now then,
Yeah.
Alma, do you think it's going to grow?
Yep,
into
it goes
a
in the
crown
tree.
plant? What did she say?
Don't ask me.
Well, you always understand what she says, Iris.
No, that's what she said. Don't ask me. But I don't think she thinks it's going to grow into a crown plant.
What is she
I
up
think
to
you
now?
better go and look for that crown in the royal woods.
Flying thrones. I'm off.
Theatre, I would guess. Very respectable
I
career in
would
theatre.
think,
Oh,
yeah, or
dear
writing
Percy.
children's
If
books.
only my Aunt
About
Ivy
nature.
Questclaw, the great
So
detective,
this,
was here.
but not this.
That's her and her cat. Whenever famous people have difficult mysteries to solve, they always go to her. When the great Hollywood film star Melissa Moon
Oh, this is the
was
show within a
wrong
show.
one night, she came straight to Aunt Ivy for help. "You'd better come in," said Aunt Ivy. "What on earth's the matter?" "Oh," wailed Melissa Moon. "Last night, someone broke into my house.
When was the
and
last time you
stole
saw a
my
lounge
beautiful
decorated
ruby
like that?
necklace. It's priceless.
Probably so
It
haunt
was
me.
in my
But that's
Yeah.
such a that's such an
Oh, Miss
early
Questclaw,
90s look. I love
will
it.
you help me?
So much
That
yellow.
wallpaper,
Went at
yeah.
once to Moon Mansion, where she
Pine
took her
furniture.
spyglass out of her handbag and examined some
Like
deep
floral
scratches on the
decals.
Yeah.
door.
I don't really know if I said that
Now,
word
is
right.
anything else missing? Inquired Aunt Ivy, poking about. Only the old
But she's dressed like an
cardigan was
Edwardian
in,
for some reason.
said Melissa. But surely no one would steal that.
That was the vibe, wasn't it?
Well,
Perhaps
Oh,
it was
yeah,
an
that's
overspill.
right. Yeah.
Overspill from the
said Aunt
80s.
Ivy,
Yeah.
And she continued.
That's the little girl who was dressed up
She
as
found some
an
long
Edwardian
white
by her mother in the
hairs on
80s.
settee and tweezed them
Those
under her
sofas, that's
magnifying
so
glass.
of the time, isn't
yeah,
it?
like that washy watercolor.
She dusted the polished bits of the room with white powder, looking for
Who
fingerprints.
is the voice of this? I'm sure I know him.
Something else,
Oh, I probably just think it's one of the hairy bikers or something.
and looked very pleased with herself indeed. Then she asked Melissa Moon to bring some chicken sandwiches and a pot of tea. Whilst
It's a big
tea
ask.
grew,
Yeah.
Chicken
Aunt
sandwich.
Ivy had a good
So I
look
don't think
for
I've got any
I don't-
chicken.
I don't even live here. I don't know where anything
Yeah.
is.
But when she sat down to her snack, the sandwiches were all pulled open, and every single piece of chicken was missing. "Aha!" cried Aunt Ivy excitedly. "The culprit strikes again." She bent down
That's that sort of fine
and
line
some
between
prints
when a
in the
kid is
white
cute
powder
and
she
when you're
put
not
on the
interested
floor and looked
anymore
very
in like sort of
satisfied.
providing them with what they want. Like when a really young kid says, I want a chicken sandwich. You think, oh, how cute, how specific.
Yeah,
Aunt Ivy
Then
sipped her
when they
tea.
get older, I want a chicken sandwich. It's like, no way. You'll have
that's
peanut
so
butter. So we've
complicated.
got-
Yeah, I've already made you a cheese sandwich. But I want
It's like a
chicken.
cut-off point, yeah,
Yeah.
where the cuteness goes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
You
no,
are
no,
11
not
years
doing that.
old. Grow up.
Yes.
She flung the door
Ooh,
wide
kittens.
open, and Melissa Moon gasped. "It's my cat, Silky, with kittens, and sitting on my cardigan, and there's my Ruby." Melissa Moon
I mean,
put
the
down
missing
her
cat would have been
knitting
enough.
box and then turned to Aunt Ivy. "You are the most wonderful detective in the world. How did you do it?" "Simple," smiled Aunt Ivy modestly. "Claw scratches on the door, white hairs on the sofa, and a missing cat. Now I know cats can't resist chicken, so I put fingerprint powder on the floor near my chair and then followed the paw prints back to the cupboard.
I think it's weird that everyone involved in this program, like every year, were like, "Oh, are we going to get another series?"
Yeah.
And then like all probably all went out to a pub one night when they found out it had been cancelled.
Yeah.
We're like, "Oh, what are you going to do next?
Imagine
What are you
that
going to do?"
sorry state of affairs.
It's weird, isn't it? But that almost well, I don't know if it almost certainly would have happened, but it's likely to have happened.
Yeah.
So, oh, sorry guys, bad news.
Yeah.
They're not doing another series.
Do you think the crew will get recycled onto other kids shows, or they're just like off on the
Possibly.
bill or something?
Well, if Iris can't find the crown,
The parrot.
I suppose I could always ask Aunt Ivy to help out. Oh, Alma.
Ooh, the plant's ready.
Percy, I forgot about the ice cream.
Oh, what?
Now my Wellingtons are full of slishy sauce. Oh dear.
Oh,
Disgusting.
My feet are sticky as well as hot, and I still haven't found my sun hat or
look
my
at his
glasses.
TV.
Whatever's going to go wrong next.
God, yeah.
All right, Alma, I'm coming. Oh, now what shall I do? All right, Alma. Perhaps the new plant is ready, but Iris isn't back yet. You'll just have to wait. Look, you know I can't answer your stupid questions. Your clever questions, I mean. Oh, all right,
Right, get out.
Yeah.
Living in my dream.
Question 1, please.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, you do have to answer
That
questions.
means, what did the jolly fish finger shout? Oh, who threw the mashed potato about? Oh, dear. I hope Iris gets back soon. I wonder if she's found that crown in the woods. It must be there somewhere.
Now this is it. An exterior sort of nature
Yeah.
ramble,
There'll be a song.
and maybe a song. I'm sure this might be the one where she treads in the cowpat.
Have you seen a crown that's made of solid gold? The princess says she wants it back because her head is cold. Have you
Absolute
seen a
nonsense.
crown? The princess says it's lost. That's really rather careless when you think of what it cost. Perhaps it's in an old tree trunk, hidden by a bird. So I thought.
What are you on
I'd
about?
check
A
it
bird
out.
can never carry a crown around.
I found a hole inside a tree and peeped in on me toes. But something gave an angry squawk and pecked me on me nose. Have you seen a crown that's made of solid gold? The princess says she wants it back because
This
the
is
head
like a Belle and Sebastian video.
Yeah.
And song.
I was going to say her outfit's come back into fashion again.
Perhaps I'd catch the crown. It doesn't happen often, so I had to settle down with rod and line and bucket. By the riverside I sat. But I only caught an old brown boot, a kettle and a hat.
This book of cliches.
That's made of solid gold. The princess says she wants it back because her head is cold. Have you seen a crown? The princess says it's lost. That's really rather careless when you think of what it cost.
All right, she's only 5. Lovely. Oh, interesting
What did the happy
wipe
mole
there.
yell? Oh, say it again. Oh,
That was what you remember.
got it.
Yep.
What giggling Swiss roll? Oh,
Not a sign of that crown in the woods.
oh, thank goodness you're back, Iris. The new plant's been ready for hours, and I've only got as far as what giggling Swiss roll?
Question 1, please, Alma. Who was a merry old soul? Giggling Swiss roll?
Someone or other was a merry old soul. It's on the tip of my tongue.
I'm baffled by this.
Cole.
Oh,
Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he.
Question number 2, please.
so you've got to bribe the owl with correct answers to.
I thought she was
Questions.
going to ask questions about the story.
Oh, Pussycat Foster went to Gloucester to buy a bit of butter for the royal slice of bread.
Oh, pussycat, pussycat, where had it been? I've been to London to see the Queen.
That's another royal answer, Iris.
Oh, it's going to be a crown plant. I know it. Question 3, please, Alma.
I think the tree opens.
Yeah.
It opens
How
up and
many
it's there.
lions can you get into an empty cage? That's a hard one.
I think this is a trick question, and the answer is 1 lion. Because, you see, if you put 1 lion into an empty cage, it isn't empty anymore, is it? 1 lion, is that right, Alma?
Brill.
Come on now, the big reveal. What's it going to be like? Look at it go.
What is it?
Well, look,
Covered in used
it's
condoms.
covered in all sorts of different hats. Tiny ones. Look, there's a sailor's cap and a cook's hat. And
This
there's
isn't what we asked for, Al.
just like the one
Is there
I
a crown?
Oh, try it on.
No, Iris, that's much too small for me.
No, it's gonna magic.
Oh, close.
Oh, your
Got your
glasses.
specs on your forehead.
Oh, Iris, I'm a crackpot.
My mum says nobody's perfect.
Does she?
Right.
What do you think it's made out of, the
It
suit?
looks like a cabbage with a cork on top.
Oh,
Like
There you go.
I want to
well
say
done.
rubber, but
Each hat
foam
was
or something.
pro to fit
Cheap,
whoever
something cheap
tries it on.
and boiling.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
and look here at the bottom. There's a little golden crown.
Oh,
But crowns aren't hats.
they are if you're royal, Iris. Now, you pick that crown and pedal off to the palace before...
Before the royal mum and dad find out that the old one's gone missing.
That's right.
Flying tyres. I'll burn rubber.
Oh.
It must be so hard to write lines like that.
The princess
Flying
has got a
tyres.
new
Oh,
crown.
burn rubber.
I've got a sun hat. Oh, Iris hasn't got a sun hat. Still, she did look very good in that flower pot. Maybe she could wear that.
Oh. Claus Family Stories.
Ursula Jones on script duty.
I think this is how I got into plants.
It's possible.
Oh, God.
Oh, I didn't see the year.
Ugh. Go away. Why are you so big?
Reset after a busy day.
Absolutely not. Thank you.
It was
Right.
a bit meatier than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, it felt like quite a long episode.
For something that's plant-based.
Yeah, exactly. Very meaty for a plant-based alternative to Playdays. Right, Playdays. Favourite stop?
I liked all of them except the dot stop on Wednesday.
I quite liked the dot stop.
Really, I thought that was universally agreed to be hell on earth.
I thought it was visually appealing. I think that's what I liked about it, rather than
I liked
thematically good.
the Dave Benson Phillips on the Tuesday, the playground,
Oh,
and it had
yeah.
that doll Lizzie. Do you remember, like the
Oh,
marionette
yeah.
sort of thing?
I found her quite creepy.
I liked the fairground on the Friday.
I'm just realising that I can't remember anything about it. Was there a circus stop?
Yeah, that was it on the Friday.
Yeah,
it had
I liked this.
a wobbly sort of thing that you couldn't push over.
Yeah.
And then obviously there was Y-Bird on Monday,
Yeah.
and Thursday was Peggy Patch.
Are you just remembering all of this?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's mental, isn't
It's
it?
very impressive.
And Wednesday was Dot.
Dot. It's the dot stop. Right.
I used to find that Wednesday children's TV.
It was like they
it
took
was
a day
like
off.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're not going to bother with Wednesdays. We'll
Yeah.
put Dot on. We'll do Really Wild Show, which I hated.
I always watched it.
I could, and then
No?
I hated Blue Peter as well.
Right.
I absolutely hated Blue Peter when I was
Why?
younger. Now I know. Now I wish I'd liked it.
Was everyone just
It was
too
just-
posh or something?
Possibly that, yeah. And it was a world I felt I wasn't allowed in. It was
Aw.
all too smiley and nice, and they'd say stuff like, "Oh, to make this, you need this, 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 and this." I was like, right, I haven't got any of that.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go out and buy 25 yogurts.
Yeah, which we don't eat because we can't afford yogurts.
Yeah, exactly. Get a yogurt pot.
Yeah,
You get a yogurt. You give me a yogurt pot.
Yeah.
You think I'm
Sticky
eating
back
yogurt?
plastic. Pipe cleaners. I said, oh yeah, I'll just go and get some pipe cleaners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peter.
Before the works, the shop, the works.
Yeah.
That's pipe cleaners with pipe dreams.
That's the name of the podcast. Right, shall we? So
yes.
we are going to the playground stop, so you don't have to worry about Wednesday Dot appearing.
Oh, it says, okay. Oh, we might
I'm
get
just
some
gonna
Lizzie.
Turn it down a little bit.
In 1988. This is early doors for Playdays.
4 years old at this stage.
Yeah, I'm 5. Well, depending on what it was in the year.
Yes. As is the nature of time.
Oh, look, this is a video.
Ah, yes.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Children's
Oh, no.
BBC for today. We thought just for a change you might like the whoosh.
Oh, my God.
What's his name? David Crane?
Instead of diddly, 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 diddly,
Andy Crane.
Andy Crane.
Just for a change, keep you guessing. How are you today? Well,
So this is what I mean. This would be on about
Hope it's your
10:15.
birthday today, or if it
Yeah.
is, I hope you're having a nice
Just
day anyway.
rattling off
See your cards
birthdays.
in the sack. I'm sure
Aw.
it was. Let's get through as many as we can, shall we? This one says, hang on a minute. This one says, please wish Thomas
forgot about
Barker
this.
a very happy 3rd birthday.
I
on
used to
October the
love
18th.
this.
Now,
Yeah.
there's the Pink Panther. And if the Pink Panther very rudely pulls his tongue out,
I used to be
there's
so
the birthday
jealous of
boy.
these kids
That comes with lots
sometimes.
of love
Yeah.
from Mummy and Daddy. Is
They'd be
little
like riding
James.
on like
And
a
not forgetting
Post
Winnie
and
the
Pat
dog, of
truck
course,
or
as well.
something.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you, Thomas. Have a nice day. Somebody is a Chaz and Dave fan because they're on his birthday card, and inside it says, "I
Wow.
am Chaz and Dave."
Wow.
Voice
They're
is 3 today, aren't you, Mark?
freakishly
Happy
good.
birthday.
It's niche.
Lots of love from Mum and Uncle Derek and the girls, and he lives in Glasgow. And he's
I
a
wouldn't bet
big
against
fan of
Chaz and
birthdays.
Dave's PR company sending that in to get them a shout out.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
My kid loves Chaz
Happy
and
birthday to
Dave.
Vicky, with lots of love from Mummy and Daddy and baby.
That's the John
sister
Lennon
Debbie.
fan.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's me on the front of the card. But
Oh,
yes.
he
Very
slagged
good,
it
that
off.
Vicky.
He went, it's
Indistinguishable
rubbish.
from
Yeah.
the original. Happy birthday. And here's a clown to wish.
I just was
Michael
always
Roberts a very
baffled by
happy
these
second
cards.
birthday.
Terrifying.
Kisses from Auntie Zoe and the pets, Nipper, Ben, and Boris.
Having your name read out on the
Pets
telly
are, but you tell us their names.
such
Very
an
important things. Happy
sought after thing.
Yeah.
And Philip
Especially back then.
Birchwood.
Yeah,
Happy
exactly.
third
That's what I
birthday
mean,
with
like,
lots of
it's-
love from Mummy, Daddy,
what are the
big sister
chances of
Elsa,
getting
and
picked?
Big brother Richard. And just before Playbus, wish Robert Bennett from Maidstone in Kent a happy 3rd birthday, and also say happy birthday to Sister Laura, who is 5 today, with lots of love from Mummy, Daddy, and Major the dog and Billy the budgie. Playbus.
I like the idea of like
Play bus.
Where
generate.
does it go?
Where does it
stop?
go?
What's the sign? A lollipop? I remember this scene for scene. There's Dot.
Yep, the circus. Ding.
It's the playground.
Stop.
There she is.
Ding, dang, dang, dang.
That impression of the theme tune has done my throat in.
Calm down. I love the idea of Generation Z young people watching the birthday cards and seeing all those like film camera photos that just for them just look like true crime stories.
I was thinking now if you did it, everyone would be complaining on Twitter that their son, who is very unwell, card
Yeah.
wasn't read out.
Yeah. You didn't retweet our sad son on his birthday. You're getting cancelled.
Oh, look at that behind him, that gym bench.
What's nothing?
Look
Yeah.
at that. That is assembly, year 6, sitting in the back.
Absolutely.
You're allowed on those.
We're finally allowed
That
on
is a
the
death
seats.
trap.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at what we used to allow children to do. Is this the whole programme now?
Shouldn't be. But this is 88. This is so early.
We're just watching children play in playground. There's no narrative.
No, there will be. Don't worry. Keep with it.
What is the pleasure that kids would get from watching this? Oh, look at those other children having fun.
That was enough for me. I
Yeah.
used to like that.
Down.
This is Dave Benson Phillips who'd do this, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Down came the rain.
Yeah. Oh,
and
that's
washed.
right. Do you remember what was Dave Benson Phillips' show that was like? Oh, Get Your Own Back.
Get Your Own
That
Back.
was amazing. We have to watch that.
That was brilliant.
That was what my dad used to call the shouting program.
What about Finders Keepers as well?
Loved Finders Keepers. I've heard this already.
Yeah, wrap this up, kids.
Yeah.
They did another verse. Here we go. Now we're talking.
Hey,
Here he is.
finally.
Look at this.
Hello.
Absolute
my name's Dave.
legend.
The spider hasn't got a name yet. It could be Cedric Spider.
That's a great name for a spider.
Spiders are very fast at climbing and crawling across things.
No, people like him,
We have some
when you
moving
like a
toys
TV presenter when
here.
you're a kid,
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
that's just...
pair of red boots.
They bury themselves in your
Wind them up.
Yeah.
soul in a way
Yeah.
that no one else would.
I can feel it in my chest. Like
If Dave Benson
feeling
Phillips...
calm.
Exactly. If he called you up tonight
Yeah.
and said, Erica,
We've got another
I know
one
we've
here
never
as well.
met, but I need a massive favour. You'd bend over backwards, wouldn't you?
It's of a cat.
Find out what the
For
favour
Dave-
was.
For Dave Benson
set
Phillips.
him up.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you need, mate? What do you
And watch him
need?
walk. And over here, this is Sticky Beak. He's the great detective.
Sticky Beak.
You'll be seeing him later in the story. And also, there's another person that you're going to meet, and her name is Lizzie, and she never stops
Lizzie!
moving.
Here we go.
So, see if you can do what she does.
Yeah, she does exercise and you're supposed to
I'm
copy.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like climbing? I do. See if I can get right to the top. Climbing high on the climbing frame can sometimes be scary, although it's a game. So
I think someone had to write this.
Yeah.
to the top, and then I'll take a break and stop. So up I go, taking care and moving slow. Up I go, holding
Right at the top of your range there, isn't it?
and toe. One hand up and one foot down, bending my body under and round.
It's a bit like Team America, you know, when they deliberately
Yeah.
make it sort of look rubbish.
Yeah.
I'm stuck. I must have gone wrong. Help. Ooh, that's better. Up I go, taking care and moving slow.
She's absolutely all over the shop.
Up I go, holding on with finger and toe. Wow.
I bet when they got the lyrics for this song, they were like, we can't do any of this.
No.
Holding on finger
Yeah.
and toe.
I feel all right.
The puppeteers are like, have you seen the puppet?
Can you put in a line about floating near the
Yeah,
climbing
just
frame?
kind of losing grip of reality and gravity.
Time to go down now. Down I go, taking care and moving slow.
There must be better puppeteers out
That is
there.
how I imagine a ghost would move.
Oh, that's creeped me out because I'm scared of everything. It's like it's when something's broken in a video game and just something is going.
Yes.
It's just
Yeah, the
floating in a
glitch.
way that it's not meant to.
I'm on the ground. Made it. Now join in with my song.
Oh, whose song was that?
I'm Lizzie, and I'm always on the move. Busy Lizzie. Join in with me and move. Clap your hands to the music.
You didn't need to rhyme move with move. You could have used groove.
You can stamp your feet.
Ooh, jazz.
I'm Lizzie. Join in with me.
This was, when this started, so this replaced Play School,
Yeah.
which was very sort of like cosy corner, sitting on a windowsill reading a book. I remember this particular stop and the circus one being like from another planet.
Yeah.
It's like, wow,
A
this is really
kaleidoscope.
cool. Yeah.
Of activity.
And again, it's that thing of looking at the background and thinking, is this outside?
Yeah.
If you like and spin around, I'm Lizzie.
That bassist is going for it.
And when it's time to
I remember watching Playdays for the first time, and I got the Playdays comic.
Oh,
And it
you remember
had
watching it for the first time?
Yeah, I do, because the play school had stopped, and I was ill. This is such a weird memory I'm getting here, and I woke up the next day.
Oh, the trouble with climbing
I was like 4 or 5 years old. I went downstairs. My sisters were down there, and I had my Playdays comic with some Cadbury's buttons on the front.
Ah,
Over there.
here we go. Loads of stuff that you couldn't afford.
Yeah. We used to get this cheap plaster sheet.
Yeah,
It's sort of been like an A4 sort of sized, and it was strips.
it was so
flat
gross,
strips of
wasn't
different,
it?
and it would
Like
always end up in a grey ball.
Yeah, and it would stay on your hands afterwards.
Yeah, and get in the carpet and go down your nails. And then when
like
you went
Play-Doh.
to someone's house, when they went and they had Play-Doh, and it's like you opened the lid, it's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
can I put my tongue in this?
Can I put my tongue in this?
Lovely. Oh, yeah, right. Well, tell you what are you all making?
Spiders.
Spiders. Tell you what, how would your spiders move? Show me with your hands what a spider moves like.
Rubbish.
Yeah, sort of all like that, doesn't it? If you can get it really, really quick. I'll tell you what, I know a poem, right, all about a spider. It's not Incy Wincy Spider, though, but I'll show you how it goes.
Same one.
Hmm?
Same one.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Oh, he's so nice.
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
Small spider. Can you do that for me? Do that for me. Yeah. Oh, that's the one. And I'll show you the poem now. Here we go. One small spider.
I'm absolutely captivated.
With wriggly toes, wriggled and danced up to my nose.
That's
Go
terrible.
away, I said. So he danced upon my head. You have a go as well. Here goes.
Go on, small spider.
With
Wriggly toes. Do spiders have toes?
Wriggled and danced up to my nose.
His shirt looks a bit like the opening graphics from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. And
They were
California
moving.
Dreaming.
And
Oh, California Dreams, not California Dreaming.
Upon my head.
Subdues with attitude.
Sticky beak. It's time for a story.
And a
Right, today's story is called Sticky
Laid back
Beak and
grooves.
the Terrible Art Show Mystery.
Uh-oh.
Blip, blop, blip. Blop. The last drops of rain fell from the sky as Sticky Beak the Magpie and Nosy Parker the Ant
Oh, no.
made their way to Billy Bastard's
That's
art
his-
show. Zammel Camel
It
came
looks
ambling
very
up the
much
path.
like it
His
says
hooves
Billy
splashed in the
Bastards.
puddles. Zammel muttered,
Unbelievable.
"What a shame. Who could do such a terrible thing?" "Hold on,
At
Zammel,"
what
Sticky
age
said.
did you stop
thing are you
watching
talking
this when you had a day off
"I've
school?
just been to Billy Bastard's art show," Zammel
I
began.
don't know.
"It was so
Because I
terrible."
honestly think I was about
"You mean
12.
Buster's
Yeah, I mean, it
I
was just
think when
what
I was
was
10
on.
he asked.
Yeah, 10, 11,
Zammel
12.
shook
I
his
think
head.
I'd be sticking this
"Oh,
on.
no.
Yeah.
The paintings were very good, but someone ruined them."
It's horrible when you sort of think, I'm not allowed to watch this anymore, isn't it, as a kid?
"No one knows."
I think I was
answered.
probably
"It is
just a
mystery.
bit pretentious,
A
so
mystery?"
I
Sticky
would
cried.
I would
"Then
distance
shall
myself
find
from
it. I will
that
find
kind
out
of
who
thing
ruined Billy's
gladly.
paintings."
Did you did you put the subtitles on and turn
Make
the
it
colour into black and white,
black
so it
and
was
white.
like a French film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paintings by Billy Bastard.
Play an accordion in the background.
Yeah.
"No!" snapped a voice from inside. "So go away."
I'll tell you something I
Nosy called.
really don't
Sticky
like
Beak.
with
Look at the
children's
hedgehog's
TV.
nose.
To find out who ruined your
I'll tell you another
paintings.
time.
No, go on.
Suddenly,
Sorry.
the door was open. Billy's grey head and neck appeared. "Oh, glad to see you, Sticky."
That is when they put in
"I'm not a
jokes
detective."
that are
I do.
for adults, or they
Sticky
do
and
stuff a
Nosy
bit like
sat
in
inside
Greenclaws a
Billy's
minute
house.
ago,
They
where it's like,
found a
oh, there's a
terrible
little...
mess. Every
I
picture on
hate
the wall
that.
was wet and
Yeah.
runny.
You
Drips
quite
of
often see
paint
clips
lay
of
in puddles on
Rainbow
the
where
floor.
there's something like obscene in it.
Yeah, I mean, are they real?
All the
Yes, well, yeah, a couple of those are
Nosy
fake,
added.
aren't they? But it just bugs me
Yesterday,
when there's
Billy
things like
began.
that.
Yeah.
And all that stuff about Captain Pugwash and whatever, it probably isn't
Oh,
even
yeah.
true.
It was hard work.
Do you remember
I
Will
fell
Quack
asleep in
Quack?
front of the fire.
You've just made that up.
No, it was this looks like something in it, whatever that is supposed to be on the left.
Right.
There's a turkey in Will Quack Quack. It's the grossest thing. It's so 80s.
Hard, very hard. He paced and thought so hard he began to feel so...
When you talk like that, that's how the main character talks.
Willy Willy Quack Quack.
Will Quack Quack.
Will Quack Quack.
What,
For cash.
Mum? I gotta go to the bread pudding.
So loudly, he did not hear the rain
What
begin to
accent is
fall
that?
outside.
I don't know. It's like Geordie
Sticky
Welsh.
felt somebody
Right.
shaking his shoulder. Wake up, Sticky!
He's a
The voice was
porcupine, isn't he?
saying.
Not a hedgehog.
Sticky Beak
That's why
opened
he's
his
got such a
eyes.
long nose.
There stood Billy and Nosy. They had been caught in the rainstorm. They were very wet. But so was Sticky. How did you get wet, Sticky? Billy asked.
It's amazing
Snake in and pour water over you, like
that
the
they
kids
do
in
a
the
little bit of
Playdays.
animating the
Just then,
speaking or whatever,
blip,
but
blip,
mostly it's
plop.
just
3 drops of
still.
water hit Sticky on his beak.
The
He
person who
blinked.
drew this was probably
He
like,
grinned.
got his whole family like, oh, you got to watch Playdays on Tuesday.
Yeah.
You, Billy
This is
Buster,
my big
have a leaky
break.
roof. Last night, while you were asleep, it rained. Water leaked through your roof and made all your paintings wet. Billy Bustard leaped for joy. Then I will fix my roof straight away.
so he can talk but not
We'll
leap.
help you, said
I would have
Sticky.
been in hysterics
Rosie
at his
nodded,
name.
Because that
Even
Yeah.
as a
was
5-year-old,
famous
I'd have known that word was bad.
Yeah. Here we go. Danger zone.
This is them committing a crime.
Yeah, yeah.
Doing a bank job.
This is directed by Guy Ritchie.
Nice. Listen to that groove.
I was on one of these once and a goat pushed me down the stairs.
What?
I was on one of these, not at the stairs. I was at the top of a slide and it was a very high slide and I was nervous about it. And there was a petting farm nearby and a goat had got loose and I didn't know what was happening. And suddenly I was
An actual goat, or do you mean like the greatest of all time?
No, an actual goat.
Okay.
It was the greatest push of all time, certainly as far as I was concerned. And yeah, just went flying really fast down this slide. But because you're supposed to go down a slide, it was fine.
Yeah.
Just stopped at the end.
Imagine, you remember 999 where they'd reconstruct?
Yeah.
Imagine doing that of things that were all right.
Yeah, things that were
That
fine.
could have been bad.
Yeah, if I had been pushed downstairs, it would be bad. But it was a slide, so it was all fine.
The trouble with
Michael
climbing
Burke at the end go,
is getting
luckily,
down. I can
Yeah.
remember falling once
this was a slide.
on my knees and my mum putting a plaster on it. That wasn't so bad though. It was just the bits afterwards. There's a poem in the book here.
Another poem.
This. Let's have a look.
Have a look. Have a look.
So, Luke, love, we had the art show. Now we're doing the poetry again.
I've got a plaster on my knee and it's been there for several days. But now it's got to come off. At least that's what Mum says. It's looking very dirty and the scab will need some air. The problem is the plaster's stuck on lots of little hairs.
Oh, this is a very real
Just one corner.
situation for
and
school
I can't
children.
describe the pain. I really was in agony. I won't do that again. I think I'd better leave it for another day or two. What's that, Mum? You'll do it now? Oh, not likely, no thank you. What, rip it off with one quick tug? No fear, you must be mad. Don't touch me, please, just keep away. Help me, save me, Dad. My mum ripped off the plaster and she took the hairs as well. It really didn't hurt much, but I struggled and I fell. I fell down with a mighty crash. And now, unfortunately, I've got to have a plaster on my other knee. Has that ever happened to you? Oh. Tell you what, I have got here a bag of tricks.
Bag
Let's
of
go
what?
see what's in them.
Oh, tricks.
Oh, that
you wanna see
suitcase
some
rings a
magic?
bell.
Yeah, all right then, I'll open my case. Here we go.
That's so simple, though. The camera zooming in and zooming out on him.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Sit down. What? You saw these? Well, if you've seen this before, you've got to keep quiet for those people who haven't seen one of these before. Here's a stick, okay?
So we can't do 2 takes.
Well, no, because she just keeps remembering rehearsal, doesn't she? Is it the same one? Is the poem the same one? Yes, it is the same one that you've already heard in rehearsal. Oh, I've seen that before. Yes, we did it a minute ago in rehearsal.
Yellow and green. Now the whole thing.
I vividly remember this thing.
Blue? Yeah. Is it? Oh yeah, silly me. But not only is this yellow connected to this blue.
It's purple, isn't it?
On the long piece of string, right?
Purple, isn't it, mate? Points of view.
The
Yeah.
white one
Send in your letter.
is also connected to the blue one.
Is Dave Benson Phillips colourblind?
This red and white one, the long string, and the yellow and blue one, the short string. But not only is that connected, but if I pull this yellow one, the yellow one's connected to the white one, which is also connected to the red one, which is also connected to the blue one. Which is really silly, isn't it? Because you can't ever have two the same length. Oh. Oh, hang on.
Oh, look how happy they look.
I know, they look absolutely enchanted.
Anyone at home? Oh, I don't think there's anybody in. Anyway, I can never understand how this particular trick works because you always have one long string and one short string, and the white's always connected to the red, yet connected to the blue, and the blue's always connected to the yellow, which is always connected to the white, which is always connected to the red. It's a very, 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 very silly trick, but it amuses me. Yeah. Oh, I think Lizzie's off now, so we've got to say bye to Lizzie. Bye, Lizzie. Bye. And it's time for us to go too. So, I'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Hi, Dave.
Goodbye.
I'm so glad he didn't say what I thought he was going to say then.
What?
Considering this is always on Tuesdays.
See you next Tuesday.
I'm looking at these, seeing if any names crop up that have been in other ones. 88.
And tomorrow, the playbus stops
Oh,
at
gotta
the
watch
dot
this.
Stop.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
That was great.
Absolutely wonderful.
Don't play it again. Yeah, I was genuinely enchanted.
I was impressed.
I was pretty impressed by that. Yeah, pretty impressed by that performance from Dave.
To
Great
be
stuff.
fair, absolutely solid.
Yeah.
Solid content.
Solid content. That's what I said this morning on the loo. So, how long is Bananaman? 4.5 minutes.
Oh.
Memories of Bananaman.
It was a strip in the Dandy.
Oh, that's right. It was a graphic novel first.
Got to confess, I don't think I ever used to watch beyond the intro. I loved the introduction.
Yeah.
I loved the street he lived on.
Yeah.
I loved Eric being a normal boy. That interested me so much more than Bananaman.
Yeah.
But I'm the same actually with all Marvel films or any hero film. I love the first hour when they do the reboot.
Yeah.
Which is every 2 years.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man Forever, it's the first hour of the first one of the reboot where he's at school and he gets bitten by the spider, or Batman, he goes to the theatre of his parents. And then once they're the thing,
but
and there's
not
a stupid villain that you know they're going to beat and it's going to take 2 hours to do it, count me out.
Yeah.
Wrap this up.
I feel
but
very
Bananaman
similar.
is that Rit Small.
Oh.
I love Eric in the street, but maybe it's probably funnier than I thought it was. I wonder if it's a little bit like bit grown up.
Danger Mouse. That's the level of comedy I think we're looking at. But I can't really remember, so we'll have to see. Here we go.
This is 29 Acacia Road, and this is Eric, the schoolboy who leads an amazing double life.
Yeah, I wanted to see him at school.
Yeah.
I loved his bedroom.
Yeah. I think the music's incredible.
Brilliant.
Like, really sounds like a superhero.
It's weird that he turns into a man.
Yes.
Not Banana Boy.
No.
Well, Banana fans, no matter what he tried, the evil General Blight was unable to triumph over the greatest crime fighter of them all, Banana Man. So he sent for his henchman.
God.
Yeah.
The Weatherman.
Look how
King of the Nerks.
King of the Nerks.
The heavy mob.
few frames there are.
Yeah. It's funny that I have a friend who has aged into looking a bit like the General.
We have failed.
You done best, Binky.
I know.
What?
Even I, General Blight, have had some difficulty.
You can hear the space in the audio booth, can't you?
That's the Chewits dragon, isn't it? Or whatever, you know, the monster in Chewits.
Yeah.
Come in. Gentlemen, meet the deadly.
See, there's no way on earth the 7-year-old me is putting up with this.
No.
I'm done already. I'm like playing with my toys or looking at the clock.
Essentially, we haven't seen anything of Bananaman yet other than the opening titles.
It's just as well to be
There we
prepared
go.
for trouble. I'll have a banana. Oops! It's gone into Dad's car.
This
The
guy.
figures were sort of on any given day for children's BBC. Do you think in an age where there was only 4 channels, and some people just have the telly on all day, I reckon these were getting 5 or 6 million viewers at least.
Yeah.
Danger Mouse, I think, got about 18 million.
What time of day are we talking?
In its slot, it's because it had David Jason in it. And it had a big build up. And I remember reading in his autobiography, he said that one of the episodes was mental. How many people watched it?
Yeah.
That crow reminds me of the crow from Jimbo and the Jet Sets.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the start where they're all singing on those chimney pots?
I was getting that mixed up with the Kiora crow. Why were there so many crows in cartoons in the 80s?
They looked exactly the same.
Yeah. Is it the racist crows from Disney that they were emulating?
Possibly. Possibly.
Yeah, the pupils at the end of the
In a few
binoculars.
seconds, my dears, the flavour of the month will be squashy bananas.
I wonder where all the cells are that made this cartoon. Do you know what I mean? All the different painted cells of this. Have they been stored, or were they just thrown away?
I don't know. I don't know what animators do with
Maybe it was a
stuff like that.
stool pigeon.
Or what broadcasters do with stuff like that. I mean, if they used to tape over very important things just to reuse a tape over and over again, they're probably not keeping the Bananaman's cells.
What did you think of it? Oh.
I think you'd better accompany me to the station.
Nothing's happening.
This is really rubbish.
Don't show us this again. We've just seen this.
Yeah.
Great.
Wow.
I'm really unimpressed with Bananaman.
Yeah. That was bad.
Yeah. What a
It's just
stinker
one of
to
those
end
things
on.
where the idea is better than the
Well,
reality.
that's why the opening credits are better than the actual show.
Banana is funny to a kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like the word banana and banana man. Hey, banana man.
There's so many
actually,
A's and
it's really
N's
boring.
in it.
I didn't even read the strip. Like when I used to buy the Dandy and the Beano.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can remember the Beano being about 14p. Can you believe
Really?
that? It's now,
God.
yeah, it's now like 380 or something.
Oh. But yeah.
That is what I think more than anything dates me. You know, it makes me sound really old. And you tell a child that a magazine that's now almost £4 was 14p.
Yeah, it
in
might
my
as well be in
lifetime.
like shillings and
it's not
Tuppenies.
far removed.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I definitely thought Playdays was brilliant.
Yeah.
Greenclaws was different to how I remembered it in terms of like it was a bit more educational than I remembered.
Yeah.
Stoppit and Tidyup was odd.
Yeah.
And Bananaman was just naff. We were talking the other day about sort of those memories where you think, oh, I was, where you pat yourself on the back for thinking as a kid you got some things right. You know, you occasionally, like, you liked cool things or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I was right to not like Bananaman.
I think you're right as well. Although, the only thing that people who watched Bananaman had ever talked about was 29 Acacia Road. And, like, the actual content of it obviously is made much less sense than Stop It and Tidy Up to me.
Yeah.
Stop It and Tidy Up at least had a coherent plot. And a banging theme tune.
Yeah. And a message.
And a message for the kids. Recycle. That would be what would be the little monsters' names now in 2024 instead of the big bad I said no and go to bed and behave and be quiet.
It'd be like Me Too.
Yeah.
What's the there'd be troll. There'd be a troll, wouldn't there? Like
that's
troll.
good. I quite like that. Yeah. Intimacy coach.
Hashtag.
Yeah. God, we sound so old, don't we?
I know.
Just like, oh, isn't it terrible the internet that we've had our whole adult lives, and also.
Do you remember about
that?
That's changed everything for the better, and it's the very reason why we're doing this, or why we're able to do what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's absolutely an amazing, beautiful, wonderful thing that's enriched most of our lives most of the time.
Yeah, but if you were going to do it now,
doing, yeah, we're rubbish. Yeah, bloody internet. We've just watched 4 amazing, interesting things from the past that we've thought lost, only to our memories, and there they are. We're watching
only
them.
If you can get hold of the Banana Man stills and flick them quickly enough so that they all tell the story. But yeah,
they haven't been binned.
Yeah, and we don't.
But do you remember about? Go on.
Well, I was just going to say we don't have to travel. We can just do it here online.
It's amazing, and people can watch it without having to travel as well.
They won't.
Not that anyone will.
No,
but yeah. Do you remember about 20 years ago? There was I'm thinking of Justin Lee Collins and that sort of crowd.
Oh, who's Justin Lee Collins?
He was a bit like everything's amazing. The A-Team was legendary. Do you know, there was a thing where everyone was pretending everything was brilliant from the 80s.
Yeah.
And you'd get I'm going to go and meet every single member of the A-Team. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the most legendary thing ever. And you're going to come along. And I think there was probably people saying, Bananaman was, oh my God, that was amazing. And it wasn't.
No. But they will only be remembering the theme tune, which was quite good.
That's where we come in.
Yeah, exactly. Ta-da! We've come here to demonstrate that the actual content of Bananaman was not up to a high standard.
Right. On that note, I've got some duck in the oven.
Right. Well, congratulations.
And it's
still quacking.
Waiting for me.
Is it called Will Quack Quack?
I've put some quackling on, and hopefully it will fit the bill.
Yeah. Well, I'm a vegetarian, so
no duck jokes.
No. Knock it off. All right. Good. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Bye-bye.
That's nice. Yes.
That's nice.
I look forward to rewatching. I rewatch these.
I know
just so
you do.
It's
does. Really good. Sometimes you send me quotes from things that we've said, and I'm like, oh, we did say one thing funny. One funny thing.
There are huge passages where I think only I could watch this.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Only a mother could love this. Do you know what I mean? Not that I love it, no. But it's just it's only of interest
to us. It's nice to be able
us.
to keep yourself company, isn't it?
Yeah. But I am, when you go on holiday, I'm going to dump all of these on YouTube.
Great.
And like I said, when you come back, you'll be a star.
Yeah, absolutely. Star of stage and screen.
The thing is, because I've watched them...
Stage.
You've sent me the link to watch them on my computer.
Yeah.
When I put them on YouTube, obviously I won't watch them again.
No.
So they're not even going to get my one view.
Yeah.
Because I've already watched it.
It would be so exciting if someone watches one but doesn't carry on with the rest. We just get the first episode 1 and that's it.
Episode 1 will have 7 views, then it'll go 3, then one, then none.
And they'll have only seen So Haunt Me. They won't have seen the kids' TV shows. They don't know about our range.
Yeah. These have got a different feel entirely, haven't they?
Yeah.
These ones. Like, they're just...
It's
mostly
like
me going, oh.
Yeah, but that's it. It's nostalgia, it's fondness, whereas we'd never even heard of So Haunt Me. So it was kind of all the nostalgia with none of the love. It's like all of the remember that? Wasn't it terrible?
I definitely want to watch. I don't know if we can make it happen before you go. Like, to end the series, all of Independence Day.
Absolutely. I'm so up for that.
That would be the worst video on YouTube.
I would be able to recite so much of the dialogue to you. Oh my
God.
We could probably perform it from memory between the two of us.
Yeah, I saw it 4 times at the cinema.
Oh, right.
And I got it on video like the day it was out. And if someone said to me, "You've watched that 100 times," I'd say, "Yeah, that's about right."
Yeah. Yeah, it's been on. They've had some sort of Independence Day season where they've been showing kind of all of them. But
the two films.
Well, isn't there a third? Oh no, there's only 2.
Yeah, the Independence Day season.
Anyway,
today and tomorrow.
I'm confusing it with something else. But whenever
Aliens,
it's on a Saturday afternoon, I'm like, this is absolutely ideal. This is the perfect Saturday afternoon film.
David! Oh my God! I gotta call my brother. I gotta call my brother. I gotta call my lawyer. Nah, forget my lawyer.
What about when Jeff Goldblum says, "Forget about the fat lady. You're obsessed with the fat lady."
Yeah. What about his dad, Julian, on the plane going, "Look at me, I like a rock. Could be bad weather, could be good weather, we can go up, we can go down, we can go back, we can go forward, we can go side to side." And then Jeff Goldblum does that.
He's really good.
Mean. Yep. Anyway. Come on, guys. Yeah, no, honestly, the bit where the guy's crop dusting, I had to really think there, not to do a spoonerism, crop dusting at the start, and he's doing the wrong field. It's the drunk Randy Quaid character, and he's like Mexican kids or whatever run up to him and they go, "Calacita Tres!" And I remember the noise they make, which, they're not words to me, that's just the noise.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how well I know that film.
Yeah. I really like little earworms like that, things that you remember, and even if it's not like...
Oh, there's a great bit in it. Oh my God. After New York's been destroyed and there's like all those people in like camper vans, like a mass migration. There's a bit where one of the characters gets out of the car to throw up or something. And Randy Quaid's character says, "Hey, Miguel!" Like he's miles away.
Yeah.
And then then he goes, "Look at all that." Like at the normal volume.
Yeah.
It's really funny. "Hey, Miguel!" Look at all that. They haven't got the balance right. It's a massive leap. There we go.
What you're describing is the actor trying to make it sound like he's far away by just sort of squeezing his larynx. "Here we go." Oh, hello.
There we go. Look at all that. Anyway, let's see if we can make that happen.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Right, the Premier League starts tomorrow, so I'll see you in May.
Okay, great. That's why I'm going to Thailand to avoid the start of the season. All right. Bye for now then.
Yeah. Auf Wiedersehen, pet.
Bye.